Hello everybody, my name is Zekman, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Okay, I have some good news, but also some bad news. I'm going to just give you the bad news because I know you probably want to get that out of the way. Now, I have some bad news. The truth is, I did have a recording for this game of a space elevator part, but unfortunately... okay, I don't know how many of you use the NVIDIA overlay, but do you guys know about the NVIDIA panel or something that you bring up as like the overlay or something? Or you have the NVIDIA app that you downloaded and you use that for recording. Well, if you go to the overlay for NVIDIA and head up to settings and go to audio, there's actually like two options you can choose. One is single track and the other is separate track. You might be wondering, why am I explaining this? Well, it's because I was kind of wondering what the separate track did, and I regret doing that. It was pretty much of a bad idea and a big mistake. What the separate track did is that when I got done recording the video, it had made two videos, separating the audio of my voice, and of course the game itself. That I did not want. And even though the video was pretty good, I couldn't just go with just my voice or the recording of the gameplay volume, and that's it. So pretty much I have run it. So this is pretty much like my fault in the first place. So I'll take the blame for it. But the last video, the one video for like crystal oscillators and versatile framework that I actually upload, that was not really my fault. I don't know how my microphone just got super quiet and my voice is barely hearable. So yeah, that was actually the bad news. So I'm actually have to make a new one, which I'm not happy because the last one was pretty good. But you know what? I might as well just show you. So I do have some good news. I've been using camera mode to hide what I have done for the space elevator part. And you haven't guessed yet? Well, I'll show you. So, this is my setup for the biochemical sphere. Making 40 per minute. I was hoping I could make more than that, but no. I guess I'm just going to stick with 40 per minute because directly assemblers and those fixatronic guns, they're very difficult to make. Because it requires supercomputers and adaptive control units for the assembly director system, and for the fixatronic guns, well, I'll show you in a moment. So the truth is, I already got the space elevator part done, and even though it's like just putting it into the machine, nothing too special or interesting, but it is something I wanted to show, but unfortunately, because I had to make a new video, that one just had to be scrapped. However, I'm not going to go without a video today. So we got my biochemical sculptures done, not spears. Biochemical sculptures. It's quite of a mouthful, I know. So that's done. And I already got it automated. I've already got the space elevator part done. So I got two more to go. But let me show you my little journey for this component. Or at least what I haven't shown you just yet. So the elevator wiring is done. But now I have got this done. And there's only one recipe for this, unfortunately. But that's okay. Now I do have my fixed triguns. We're making 840 per minute. And I did went to my temporary setup and just, deposit as much as I could in here and just shred the rest of them up. Well, I'm not worrying about fixed triguns because they're already being automated from all my constructors, since that's the only machine that can make it. It's capable of making it. I'm not worrying about these fixed triguns running out because we're making exactly 280 because we got 14 of them constructors here. That's going to be a lot for me to speak, I know. So, to make the fixed trigons, you need the fixed ingots, but there's like 3 recipes for the fixed ingots. Iron, deuterium, and aluminum. Obviously, I was never going to use aluminum because you need it for like radio control units and stuff. So, iron or deuterium, well, here's the thing. Even though this is using some iron ingots, the other 4 are. So, I have like iron ingots being made here into fixed trigons, same thing with this, and same thing with this. And yes, all of these have submersible because I just didn't want to end up like place it down more at a time. We got like 500 of them being consumed, so we're pretty good here. And these two converters over here, besides this one that's using iron ingots, these two are using Caterium. So we have 120 here, 120 here. So I had like 240 of the ore left over, so I'm just smelting the rest into these refineries to get the 120. And I decided to use a summer slip just to double, so that way I don't have to use up another like, you know, Caterium ore, of course. Caterium ore node. Then I have these foundries here, and these foundries over here. They are making the iron ingots by using the basic iron ingot recipe, which I've used before. It doubles the iron ingots from the ore, so that's actually pretty good. And then I have these 6 smelters here, just smelting up the rest of the 720 iron ingots with this converter and this converter. So yeah, it's all been taken care of. And a lot is actually going. My favorite thing about the game is that just seeing the constructors just being synced, I find that amazing. And I always leave my builds symmetrical, especially when you look at all of this in the background. And I use the drones to actually get the SAM. So we have 2 over here that's actually got the 600. And I'm using the summer slip so I don't have to have to consume more of the SAM nodes. Hang on, let me show you. So we got a SAM node up here. You can't see it because it's hiding from the, you know, the icon of the drone port. But then that's like 600. And then I got like another one, like right here, that's in the cave. And another one over here. They're both impure, so they got like another 600 right there. So all this reanimated SAM, the 150 per drone, is being delivered. You know what I find funny? This number is like 276. This one's at 150. This one's at 261. And this one's like 300. A bit of overkill, except for this one. This one's perfectly at 150, like it's supposed to be at. Same thing with this one should be 150. The same thing with the other two, but, well, that depends on how well everything is emptying out, I guess. Is everything emptying out perfectly? Yeah, I think everything is. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's kind of weird how to make these mergers work properly. And I know we got the priority mergers, but I think they just work when you have like the priority set to a certain level. It depends, of course. Okay, but this thing, assembly director system. I can never get this name. I don't know why. ADS. I guess I could call it that for short. Sure. So I'm actually making 10 per minute. And that's only because... Hang on. Okay, so we got this assembler. That's making 1. And the rest are just making 1.5. So that's completely 10. Why 10? Well, that's because we were making like 10 supercomputers. But I want to make 20, so that way I have some going in here. I made a dimensional depot. And then I got radio control units and cooling system. That's making supercomputers by using this alternative recipe, the OC supercomputer, using a thermal soup in here, so that way I'll have plenty of supercomputers, and any supercomputers that get like made are just gonna get shredded up for points. And right now, oh yeah, yeah, you get to see the biggest dip here. Like it climbs up, but then it actually just falls off a cliff, and it just dies like that, kind of. I'll show you where I got all my cooling systems from. Radio control units are all being made over here. I had to get like 4 more manufacturers to make these. And as for the aluminum ingots, well, I had to make another factory for aluminum, so it's right over here, because there's a bauxite node that's pure. I haven't used it all yet, but I am going to use the rest of it to make the rest of the aluminum casings, which is fine by me. All this iron ore is going way over there, right over there, for all the iron ingots and stuff. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm making all of my quantum like components done over here for the space elevator and other stuff. And you know what's funny is that first seeing this small like little factory over here that's part of my big factory, you get to see this. as versus this gigantic mess. Well, you know what they all say. The factory must grow. Yes, it's true. Oh my gosh, look at all that wire. All that copper wire just, you know. Everything is like kind of moving and grooving, but not really. Oh, things are moving and grooving. There's all this copper wire going. Sometimes I kind of forget. Ah, I see. Ah, yes. That's where they all are going into. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And all these steel pipes are just going into, I think, these assemblers over here for the industrial, in case industrial beam, yep. So I think, how many are we here? 42. Oh wait, 42, how many are here? 10, okay, that's 420. And I think all 420 of these are going up here. Oh, wait, that's right. No. Wait, where's the other... Wait, hold on. If these pipes... Okay, I must have set up another steel pipe somewhere over there next to aluminum. Okay, okay, I don't know why I got confused me. That's weird. But, nonetheless, we have our desert control units over here being made. Yep. We had enough of everything. Except for computers. We were like short on 10. I had to create 2 drone ports for automated wiring because one was just not enough to deliver. It says it was at 84 items per minute. As for here, this one should be just fine. Yep, everything is okay. Boy, it sure is quite fun to debunk stuff and debug a lot of stuff, right? Especially when things just get a little out of hand. I thought the storage was supposed to be full, but I guess I could put one of those summer soups in here. Well, anyway. Yeah, full-on pressure conversion cubes, so that's actually good news. For full-on pressure conversion cubes, and this whole system for the radio control units should be backing up, but I guess it's just going to take some time. Now, as for my computers, we are making 120 per minute. Back then it was like 110, but I had to use a summer soup from this and this manufacturer in order to get the last 10, so I don't have to expand this. Also, I really like how you can see the purple flames coming out of the manufacturers. Well done, Coffee State Studio. Quite a nice feature. Okay. Now, I'm not going to bother looking for the steel pipes, but I want to show you where the cooling systems are coming from. You might be wondering if I actually built a cooling system factory, but no, the truth is, it's all back in the Pure Star factory. My goodness, these portals feel amazingly weird, but in an awesome way. Yeah, ever since I got these up, they've been a life-saving on saving so much time. All my cooling systems are being made over here. We're getting 50 per minute. Obviously, I can get 100 per minute, but right now 50 is going to be suitable because I need them for my supercomputers, along with radio control units. Like, setting everything up took me like several hours. So many hours, in fact, that I had like more than enough resources to do everything. The heat sinks, we have 100 of them left, since these only take about 20. And I got 5 of them, so we are getting 50 per minute. Best part is, this alternative cooling device recipe gives me 2 instead of 1 at a time. Now, they do need, like, motors, right? Oh yeah, they do. And hang on. The motors... Oh jeez. What is going on upstairs? I see. Not much. So yeah, all my motors are being made here at the Pure Star factory. 25 of them, and no more than that. And we're also making 50 of the stators and the rotors, but I'm going to need to make 100 of them, meaning we might actually need to expand this. Actually, we might have to double this. All these constructors. Except for this one. Now this one's only just underclocked because we only need 25 more. And now it's kind of strange for me to just leave something underclocked, but it kind of works out. Lots of save power. Also did a little bit of, you know, some work around here, making this look a little nice. I actually like the steam stack from the refineries just, you know, popping out of the glass. No, the roof. Actually, I like that. The glass roof. Like how they just pop out. It's It's pretty nice. Makes it look like a interesting factory, I guess. Yep. Okay, these should be on. Okay, at least the smoke still comes out of that. That's actually nice. All the iron is actually coming from down, way down there by those iron nodes I haven't used. Good thing I saved them. As for the copper, well, I had enough copper ore, so I just made some refineries over there. So yeah. By the way, I actually had to get a drone port to deliver the cooling system. So this is it right here. And, well, everything's worked out. Especially when I already have batteries up here too as well. I still have that Caterium node I haven't used yet. Since I have been saving a lot of resources, I've been smart about, carefully using the resources for everything. I know a lot of you are like, wow, Zekman, you're actually a pretty smart person, knowing how to do everything correctly here and keep everything symmetrical and stuff. I do love everything to be symmetrical. I do. It just makes everything look nice. Except for this part. Why is this? Oh, wait a minute. I know why. Hang on. I think I can fix this. Wait, I think I can fix this. I know I can fix this. I just left it there. I mean, if you haven't seen the video, the box where I make the box factory, definitely should check it out. Okay, I think do that. This is for my rubber, so let's just, change this up a bit. And then, let's see. Oh, that's why. Wait, actually, we'll use curve. Default. Should I? The answer is yes. That's what I did in my home. My home base. You know what? Yeah, I might as well leave it like that. I mean, not sure why I would curve like this to do a U-turn. That's just hilarious. Okay, the height is fine, but for the, for this here, we can't move it. But at least I used the curve belt to make it look nice. Okay, well, there's actually one more spot I gotta show you. It's actually my temporary setup for the fix-it trigons. Wanted to come back to the space elevator. Not only it's huge and tall, but yeah, I got the biochemical sculpture done. So there's nothing to worry about. Got 2 more components to deal with, but I don't think those 2 need like 1,000, so that's actually good news. Hopefully it's not going to take too long to make the other 2. I don't think so. The ballistic warp drive, I might be able to get that done one day. By the way, this is just my temporary setup for my power shards. Mike, this is not permanent. I will get like a better spot for my quantum encoder to use to make the power shards. But until then, it's just gonna be here. Oh yeah, this is my temporary setup for the time crystals. All because, well, you needed so many diamonds, and to get a ton of diamonds, well, it's a lot of coal to burn through. I know, it's ridiculous. Let me come over here, because somewhere down here, I did had a temporary setup for my aluminum ingots to make the fix-it trigons. But I have it all deleted. It's all gone. I deconstructed all. Oops, I forgot about these. That's actually proof I actually had a setup here. And I had to use some coal for the fuel coal generators. I could for some reason I still cannot speak, in order to burn the water away, or at least use the water. At least the SAM node is nice and freed up. Hello. I do have some good news, though. Another good news. This box I know that's over here, 100% freed up. Not exactly sure how I'm going to use this to my advantage. I haven't overclocked it, but I didn't need to in the first place. But, alright. Well, even though the last video was pretty good, I could not just upload it. However, this should be suffice, right? Right. Maybe I should make a video for... Maybe I should make a really cool, epic video where I just go around destroying all the enemies. I mean, I could make a video for destroying all the trees in nature. Well, anyway, yeah. My fix-it-trike guns are now in a much better and permanent setup. I mean, there's only 40 per minute being made into the Dimensional Depot, but because I need it for all of my MK6 belts, it's definitely still worth getting and making. And as for the time crystals, however, I do want to move them because making about 20 per minute for these converters, yeah, it's just not enough. Plus, I know that these particle accelerators take up a lot of power. And I know you guys are probably wondering if my power is ever going to get blown up. Well, no. My nuclear power has been pretty stable, from 650,000 to about 652,000, or maybe about that. Somewhere around that range. It keeps fluctuating because of those geothermal plants, so let's just say about 653,000 megawatts of power. That is a lot of power, and I'm just more than happy to have that. However, I do have plutonium fuel to use, so maybe I'll make a video where I get fixonium. And I know that is finally going to be exciting, I know. Well, okay, so anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you really enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out any videos. And make sure that bell is on all notifications. Please leave a like, because I know this took ages. And that was just my drone delivering the radiation stuff. And those two just collide and clip into each other. Okay, I know the game developers improved the drone's pathfinding, but still, they could still use a little bit more work, is all I'm saying. There's still room for improvement for the drones. Okay, I thought that drone was going to be there stuck in the air, but I guess not. Anyway, if you also want to, like, play this game, links always down in the description below and stuff. Wait, why? Hold on. What's this? Why are you unplugged? Are you... Wait a minute, I don't even need you plugged in! It's just gas, what am I doing? Oh my goodness gracious, I don't know what the heck was I doing there. Maybe it's because I just want to make sure the gas and fluid is just, you know, flowing correctly without being backed up and stuff. Well, I guess that was just the old me. Using those for the gas, but I didn't need to. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!